Lady J, you know she's electric. She have the formula, the method to keep you rocking just like this. Keep you rocking with the playlist. Yeah, this is Tough Like an Iron representing for Lady J. You know she keep us rocking with the playlist right here on 91.9 FM KCSB Radio. Aja over evil.
Yes, greetings and love, reggae lovers and KCSB listeners. I am Lady J, and you're tuned into the radio show called Fire Pon Rome, right here on 91.9 FM KCSB Radio. And once more, we've come forward for another session of musical intensity and another session of musical fire. Our number here is 805-253-3091. Again, 805-253-3091. Give thanks if you're tuned in on the 91.9 FM radio dial, and give thanks if you're tuned in on our live stream at kcsb.org. We're here every Wednesday night from 9 until 10 p.m. to bring you the reggae, the dancehall, and the dub vibes, new and old. So just stay tuned for the next hour. You're hearing the Nyabingi Heartbeat Rastaman chant by Bob Marley and the Wailers from the 1973 Burning album On Tough Gong. Now up next, Jamirico released a brand new album last Friday called Ice on Fire on Golden Ark Records, and the album is definitely so fire. In fact, let's hear that title track now. Here's Ice on Fire.
Yeah. Millennium God, Millennium King, conscience of mankind left foot stepping in. Millennium God, Millennium King, Holy Exabir, I sat my brother stepping in. I still see a conquering lion of Judah. Holy Exabir, ways the imperial order. Theocracy rule, vampire them get devoured. One Ethiopian aircraft touched down, red carpet roll out. 1936 in a bad, demons in a bad, them get cool out, fall out, choke out, rope out. Yeah, delegates and them ambassadors, the whole of them get exposed out. Decepticons in a higher low, them shameful get school out. Chastisement of the holy one who holy master key. Holy Emperor Haile Selassie is the power of the Trinity. And a him fling down judgment, theocracy reign. Fire by water, I say by water. Hopeful and bright, hopeful and lively. Give thanks and praise unto the Most High. You in tune to 91.9 FM KCSB Radio with Lady J, hopeful and bright. This is Jamirico, and I want you to keep it locked in, keep it strapped in. Don't touch that dial. Fire power water, I say power water, fire power water. I may say fire Pon Rome right just so in your area. Fire power. I give thanks and praise, hopeful and bright. This is Jamirico.
Oh. You're tuned into 91.9 FM KCSB Radio, and you're hearing the brand new 15-track Roots album by Jamirico. and it's called Ice on Fire. And of course, Fire Pon Rome actually has John Miracle here with us now to talk more about the newest work. Greetings and love, John Miracle.
Yes, blessed love. I am pleased to be here with you, Lady J, 91.9 FM, KCSB Radio. I give thanks and praise unto the Most High. Blessed love.
Give thanks. Now, I've listened to the entire album, and I must say it's very vibrant, it's powerful, and it's definitely conceptual. In fact, the album is entitled Ice on Fire. And in the chorus, John Miracle, you sing fire upon water, ice upon water, ice upon fire. Tell us more about the concept of the album and the innovation of the album name, Ice on Fire.
Truly. Yeah, there's a need for, a live expression and a real expression. And, the entirety of the album is focused around His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie. And the title of the album was meticulously chosen, and it's actually interwoven with a sense of metaphysics in it as well, as it's spelled EYC, Ice on Fire, which is, there's a helix in that shows there's eyes on fire and ice on fire simultaneously. And when we speak of such terms of eyes on fire as in infrared laser beam vision, we're speaking of the Almighty in all contexts, one who sees and knows everything. And when parallelly combined with the idea ICE, ice on fire, coal on hot, or coal being, melted, ice being melted. This is the experience we're experiencing now in a global shift. And also this is an experience which Rome, as we're on the show Fire Upon Rome, also experienced when His Majesty went to bat. After Mussolini and the invaders, they invaded Ethiopia. There's a lot of parallels there. So, like I said, the album is focused around His Imperial Majesty at the highest level, also to speak on a broader spectrum as you go through the album. However, it's to express this idea, the cold, not just the cold, but those who are cold-hearted, experiencing judgment, and also that who beholds the judgment is, Haile Selassie, who stepped into Europe after he left Ethiopia, retreating to Bath, which is a private place of the Ethiopian lineage and bloodline in England.
Now, your writing, construction, and vocal delivery of your songs is entirely unique and even organic, I would say. And Ice on Fire is actually your fourth album, right?
Yes, indeed.
The songs that actually gravitate to me are tracks like Master Key, and we know it's the key that opens all doors. And even the song Ancients, where you speak of having reverence for our ancient ancestors, our forefathers, our mothers, and even our fathers. Here you say, I and I melanin, I and I a carbon kin, I and I a origin. And for me, these are the songs that speak directly to me. Talk about which song or songs you favor the most on the album.
Well, I always tell ones, whenever I create an album, it's actually an entire book. And it's a flow from chapter to chapter. As you are introducing to the first one, we gradually flow through a climb, as they may call it in artistry, reaching a climax or reaching a heightening and then tapering off. So for me to isolate a particular track and say it's a favorite of mine is hard to do. But I maintain emphasis on a couple of tracks particularly. For example, Care for Them. In reality, we are obligated at this current moment, being the leaders now or the elders now in whatever capacity of age range we are, to lead the future. So our continuity and our continuous generation growth of productivity progress, into the future relies heavily on us as parents, as leaders, to nurture the children or teach them right, because we're in an entire society right now where they're bombarding the children with so many negative frequency to sweep them up quickly before even the parents can get the right disciplinary measures in or the right teachings. So I focus on that track. I love the track as much as I love anyone, but I focus on that one because it's one that is, needed to be stapled into the minds of the parents especially, and also to encourage the youths. As you go along, tracks such like Ice on Fire, as we spoke of before, which is the title track, and RIDDIM. RIDDIM also speak against the system which try to control the children and the minds of everyone in this time away, directing them away from what is good, mostly directing them away from what is positive. So, these tracks, in combination with many other tracks, is heightening music.
Now, there's definitely a level of musical intensity on this album and also a strong, soulful meditation. Talk about working with producer Fallow Ross Sound to produce this album for Golden Ark Records.
Yeah, it's amazing the way how the Almighty work, because honestly, we are of two different regions. He's in another part of Delaware or Baltimore area, and I'm in New York. However, like I said, the medium, Facebook, and these such mediums connect once. Being invited to be friends or being friends or however it come about, friend requests come, and we see the potential of great ones or see the work they're putting in. Immediately, I'm a person that tries to connect. When I feel a song as a musician, if I hear something and I feel the energy from it, I instantly reach out. I do not hesitate, and I wish more people would do these things and don't watch the things and fly past that can strengthen their movement. But I activate every link. So I reach out to the brother and we end up linking up in Delaware, and brought me to his studio where he does his work. I hear the music. I said, brother, just load me a piece. I could give you a couple of tries. I said, brother, as I hear the songs, it gives me that ancient roots culture drive that is hardly around. Everything is mostly commercialized. Everything is mostly what the industry standard is. And yeah. I do not want to deliver anything which is of a standard or set, because it controls your delivery and controls your expression. So hearing the music or hearing the rhythms or the production that he had encouraged me to tell him, well, just send me like 100 rhythms. But that was a joke, hypothetically speaking. I said, send me a package so we could do an album. And from the minute he agreed to such, I was at the studio, but he sent them through email. And as soon as I reached back to New York, I began working, and the frequency, like I say, in the rhythms, as you may feel it, as you feel a driving current, it's potent and it's really with the heartbeat. It syncs with the heartbeat, So these are the things then that makes us express the music in that elaborate way and as deep, I should say, as we supposed to.
What I especially love about this album, Ice on Fire, is the inclusion of dub tracks to accompany songs like Care for Them, Honor My God, Gone, and of course the title track, Ice on Fire. Talk about working with Jabi on these dubs.
Yeah, Jabi, again, this is as well, I should say, the linkage through the social media and activated. And as a matter of fact, being connected with Jabi before we actually worked on a dub, we also have an album in the pipeline to come. Jabi, who is in Arizona. The brother is willing. The brother is very helpful. He see potential and he, is enthused to work and was enthused to work. And I can see his enthusiasm to work even in the future based upon the quality of music we're putting out. So, that connection was sweet. That was a blessing. So I give thanks for his, offering.
Yes, big up Jabi. Now, Jamerico, I realize that you've done several collaborative tracks with other artists over the years, including Empress Naphtali with the song Keeping the Faith, Dan Marcus with the track Jah is Good, and even Tico Petros and Empress Skysis with the song Proper Food. But one of my most favorite combinations is your work with Bigger Haitian and the song Key Code, which we certainly played here on Fire Pon Rome back in May 2021. Talk about the song Key Code and how you linked with Bigger Haitian for the building of this fire track.
Yeah, as we gradually go on through these reasoning right now, everything is mystical. It's just the mystics, And I was actually working on a song one day, and as you were speaking about collaborations, Bigger Haitian called me and say, out of nowhere, and I was working on this track, and honestly I actually meditated on him before he called me. I thought about him to include him in the track, and this is all transparently real. I was vibing, I was about to go into my second verse, and I said, let me just, because I work by myself, I do all my own recording, so I have the time to sit down and pace myself. And I was vibing for the second verse, and then the phone ring. Bigger Haitian called me to say, I love the work that you and Aki Becker did. in a collaboration. So he's like, that collaboration is tough, brother. If I say, go out, I love the work you're doing. It's a very big encouragement. It's a very big upliftment. It's a powerful track. And no matter what, just keep doing work. And I say, yeah, man, give thanks, but I'm who I am. I'm always humble. I don't, flare up or exalt self over things, especially works that are already done. In the moment, yes, we'll speak of them because they may be needed to be spoken about. But at the end of the day, I do not exalt over things that is already done. The work is for the purpose. I said to him, I got a track for you right now, brother. We can do a collab right now. When I'm finished with the third verse of this, I'm going to send it out to you. And that was it. And when he got it, he was like, yeah, and he loved the vibes. He actually told me he had to, go in himself more than a regular song delivery and go suss it out properly before you go record it. And yeah, he said it was upliftment. So I was grateful for the time. Yeah, I'm still grateful for the time.
Yeah. Now, I mentioned your collaboration song with Tico Petros, but let's be clear. Tico Petros is also the creative visionary artist responsible for the Ice on Fire album artwork, right?
Truly.
Talk about the artwork on the album.
Yes, the artwork as is seen is, I can speak of it in only such of a scope, but the artist may be able to elaborate on a wider basis. As you can see though, there's detail in the art. There's intricate lines in the art. There's intricate codes in the art if one may study it keenly. Everything is set in place for a purpose, not just out of random dropping in things in there. And it amazed me to see the ability that the artist is able to bring out, the light he can bring out in the work. So being the fact that he also did the artwork for the track with Akibeka and I Lead the Way, which was a bright one as well, and the talent keep evolving and getting better, it was no query of mine that I had to activate him, for this work itself. So, I sit down with the artist and I tell him, I give him a vivid idea more or less where I'm going. And to tell you the honest truth, this cover fits perfectly for the album. Even though the cover itself was pre-designed for something else. But that other album that was supposed to come out halted because, they had some technical and some economic pressures for the other producer who decided that he may have to hold back on the project. So I showed him, based upon the fact that it was already an investment in the art already, might as well I activate it in this project, and it fits and it suits the entire team perfectly.
I think, of course, we're all miracles, but how specifically did you get that name, Jamiracle?
A story that commenced at an early age of about 5 years old. I had a back bumper of a pickup truck, a Dodge pickup truck, hooked me in my skull, tore open my skull for like about $3. I was hanging on the back of the truck by the bumper. I actually faced coma for about 6 to 8 months. And I was in a state of being a vegetable, and my father and family and all the ones thought I would not make it. Actually, I still have the mark in my head here. You can see the hook from the mark from the bumper. It stretches through the back of my head. And just before they were about to plug me off life support at the age of 5, the machine starter, the energy starter, kick up, and the Almighty said life, more life. And the doctors, everybody was amazed, everybody was shocked. And when my parents heard the news, they shouted it was a miracle. So this is where the name came from. The way I form it and spell it is also to include myrrh, the word myrrh, which is a healing fragrance or a protecting fragrance. And as you navigate through the name itself, if you're a person that knows to jumble around words and letters, you will see the word Michael there, and Michael slew the dragon. So, it was just, put together intricately in a way. That's why they spell it the way how they spell miracle regularly.
That is a miracle. I wasn't expecting a story like that. Well, Jamiracle, anyone who loves roots music will certainly love your new album, Ice on Fire. And speaking with you has certainly been insightful. And I want to say thank you for taking the time to join 91.9 FM KCSB Radio to share your musical works and the brand new Ice on Fire album, which is out now. Again, Jamiracle, give thanks.
I do give thanks as well for the opportunity, for the chance to be here.
Honor, presence, praise, reverence, majesty. them a play prognosis. Hypnosis for the wise who knows. Diaphragm locked down in the room of dialysis. Windpipe clutch now key the note. Stigmata the altar them a play and practice. Malignancy they never lead the road. His rudiments and his laws is the key code. Key code. A rank and file, men a file fi fine. Sinister sarcasm, them woulda meet you with a smile. At the drop of a dime, them woulda give you a 5 for a 9. Roll out the big Kyle in a big ride with them teeth white. Meanwhile, man I do a double from 9 to 5, 5 to 9. And I walk the 9 mile. Highly high. Them a rob, rape, kill and shoot, blood spill, murder. Earth have a law, earth must have an answer. For all you political doctors and your propaganda preacher. Psychedelically them a play prognosis. Hypnosis for the wise who knows. Diaphragm locked down in the room of dialysis. Windpipe clutch now key the note. Stigmata the altar them a play and practice. Malignancy they never lead the road. His rudiments and his laws is the key code. Etymology, astrology and biology. Technology, ideology and sociology. Terminology, pathology and criminology. Put all Kibulan in a penitentiary. So that's in and go make them dash with the key. Prince God and God this represent Trinity. Designed to teach us how to function. There's no confusion in a Zion. About touch and I no joke thing. Can't be the Rasta man and don't know the king. They come more from that, you hear say them Tim. You hear say them Tim. You again. Psychedelically them a play prognosis. Hypnosis for the wise who knows. Diaphragm locked down in the room of dialysis. Windpipe clutch now key the note. Stigmata the actor them a play and practice. Malignancy they never lead the road. His rudiments and his laws is the key code. Key code. Keep it up full and bright, keep it up full and lively. This is Lady J up full and bright. 91.9 FM. KCSB Radio. Keep it locked in. California, New York, worldwide. When I say uptown, downtown, all around. Rastafari will reign. Triple crown. This is your miracle.
Yes, Bigger Haitian and Jamaica has the master key. They have the key code on this new release on the Democracy Rhythm. And again, big up Jamaica for spending precious time with KCSB Radio to talk about his new release, Ice on Fire, on Golden Ark Records. But not only does Jamaica and Bigger Haitian ride this Democracy Rhythm, but so does Poopa Curly and Glenn Washington in their collaboration, Holding Much Stronger.
I'm falling in love with an angel. I will stand firmly holding my ground. Now, mistrust and confusion won't get in my way. This feeling gets stronger every day. Yeah, yeah. I'm giving it all that I got. Realize that I love you a lot. And there's nothing or no one to change what I feel, baby. Frustrations won't get me down. Full joy in these feelings I found. When haters come around, these good vibes will shut them down.
When me feeling down, girl, you make me feel higher. When you're in my presence, make me lose my mind. Thought about you, make me foot in the sky. But to the 10 girl, them me have to say bye-bye. This love so strong, stronger than the Big Bang. Every little touch of you stars, me see all around. From the party life, you make me slow down. You have to wear my crown.
Yeah, well this is Poopa Curly and I'm tuning to Lady J on KCSB 91.9 FM. Wow!
Yes, Glenn Washington and Poopa Curly are holding much stronger on this tough, cruffy entertainment rhythm called the Democracy Rhythm, released in 2021. Now, our brethren Black Lung from the California Bay Area also just released a new album called For Love. And this next song, Stand Firm, is a strong message that he's delivering on the For Love album. Here's Black Lung.
Stand firm, for it won't be too much longer. Yeah. Stand firm, for the battle is almost over. Hold on to the fight and keep pushing forward. Don't let nothing stop you from moving forward. We've been fighting for so very long. We've been struggling for so very long. Keep on climbing for your armor to the top of the mountain. Yeah. Keep on moving for your armor reach the top of the mountain. Yeah. The Babylon influence tried to take me down. The bias system tried to make me frown. Just keep on moving, don't let wickedness take your momentum. Stand firm, for it won't be too much longer. Yeah. Stand firm, for the battle is almost over.
Yes, big up Black Lung. He's empowering us to stand firm on his newest album, For Love, on Green Sphere Records. And both Black Lung and Jamirico both happen to just be two of the artists featured on the Roots Turn Up stage show this past Saturday in Penn Valley, California. So again, big up Black Lung and big up Jamirico, and even Ross Elijah Tafari, who also was featured on that lineup. Now, Ross Pinko chants Ain't No Stop a Stop on his new single released on Echo One Productions. Here's Ross Pinko.
Sing a ghetto people song like Everton Blender. Defend poor people like Chuck Fender. Hey, no stop a stop. They are long before clocks and travel facts. Rise up like the equinox, yeah. Cause they will take your credit like Ecofax. Lord, ain't no stop or stop. They are long before clocks and travel facts. Rise up like the equinox, yeah. Cause they will take your credit like Ecofax. Lord, still I withstand and I make it strong. Even though them want to sink we in a quicksand. Them cold like cola but in a Brixton. To negative we no respond. Steer far from them, get closer to the money. Never see them when it dark, only when it's sunny. Joke and run yo, we no find it funny. We beats them go and make the money. No stop or stop, they are long before clocks and travel facts. Rise up like the equinox, yeah. Cause they will take your credit like Ecofax. Hey, no stop or stop. They are long before clocks and travel facts. Rise up like the equinox, yeah. Cause they will take your credit like Ecofax. Why?
Yes, Ross Pinko is still withstanding and Ain't No Stop a Stop. A new song produced by Johnny Wonder and Echo One Productions. In fact, Ross Pinko premiered the official video to No Stop a Stop this past Saturday, July 24th, 2021. Now, Firekin and Chris Matic says righteousness must prevail. Here's their 2015 track on the Black Roots Rhythm. Here's Firekin and Chris Matic, Revelation.
Righteousness must prevail. Black Star Line a ship a sail. The king coming in a new day. Babylon system a fail.
In a this a time and age, you know know we're living in the last days. Jah coming with fire, not rain. Fresh Babylon can't explain, can't escape.
Some man talk to God, some man turn to drugs, some man bust the slug, some man drink the blood of revelation in a generation. Some man talk to Jah, some consult the judge. When you kill for fun, what will the world become a revelation in a generation?
There's no equality to justice or human rights. The system and creators to rule divide. Don't let them confuse the child. Brainwash the mind. You turn soldier to lose your life.
Yo, missy say no for them and wait for Jesus Christ. And not them same one set up Jesus life. On Christmas Day, them have them feast of swine. So missy say them no greater than the great divine.
Capitalize off the money and oil. Ammunition them a use with tax money for buy. White time gonna rise, brother running aside. Palestine, look at the Israelites.
Some man talk to God, some man turn to drugs, some man bust the slug, some man drink the blood of revelation in a generation. Vice the man called fire, can I in all banks off and all bank representing, play by the king love is all I bring. I'm representing for the Empress called Lady J. Doja, play the music same way.
Yes, much love to Fire Ken and Chrismatic for the revelation on the Black Roots rhythm from Nile Banks Music Group. This Black Roots rhythm features those like Luton Fire, Soul J, and of course our sister Tough Like Iron. Let's hear her powerful theme song that bears the title of her name, Tough Like Iron.
Every day we keep rising and rising. Yet some of them are trying to deny me. Always I fight me why they don't like me. Anyway, I just late up for them. I come on a mission. Unity, you could a Rasta or Christian. Burn all division, trample the system. Tough like a iron made through the fire. Cannot deny, I will do what's required. Reach my desires, willing to perspire. I am inspired by the Most High. Tough like a iron man through the fire. Cannot deny, do what's required. Reach my desires, willing to perspire. I am inspired by the Most High One. Nile Banks music, don't you try refuse it. From a little land ago, them say we tough like iron. Always the reason trying in a disobedience. Them ask me how me tough, so I me say I saw me done. We make it on the road, you have to fit, you have to jump. Sometimes the road is rocky and you know the road is long. I know that we can make it if I united we stand. No man about the trick, you put your trust in a no man. Oh man, tough like a iron man through the fire.
Yes, she's been through the fire and surely she's tough like iron. And we love this encouragement song to be tough like iron. Such an inspiration to one and all. In fact, let's hear more music from her. Here's Tough Like Iron's collaboration with our Virgin Island brethren, Ross Attitude, and it's called Do Good, and it's on her latest album called Elemental from Sam Diggy Music. Here's Tough Like Iron and Ross Attitude.
Sometimes we stumble, but I try to remain humble. When we treading through the jungle, do good and motivate you will be triumphant. Stay strong and elevate through all the trials. Them in any situation, the false pretend. Be grateful for life and not abandon. Even in your darkest got ancestors all around. Just hope that we can make them proud. And every time when we touch the road, you already know we have this action and lead out. Find the strength to go speak out. Can you lend a hand to those who are reach out? And teach the youth what life's all about. Do good and motivate, you will be triumphant. Stay strong and elevate through all the trials. In any situation, the false pretend. Be grateful for life.
Tough like iron. Be mindful, be careful, be watchful. Cause in the dark and in the light there's evil. Uplift yourself and do good and don't study bad people. They got life and still them ungrateful. That's why I and I stay humble. Walk the straight and narrow and not stumble. Say stop grumble. Clorox can't wash off dirty heart. Just stay humble.
Yeah man, this one goes out for the most royalist queen. Scene, you don't know it's Lady J. Always on the rise. Scene, catch a bless her with the most royalist Ethiopian eyes. And it goes, what a joyful day. What a day, what a day, what a joyful day Jah has made. What a joyful day. And for this beautiful day I give thanks and praise. What a joyful day to see the youth outside and laugh while they play. What a joyful day. No one can destroy Lady J's day of joy. Who tell us so? AWTITUDE.
You're hearing the collaboration track with the female songstress Tough Like Iron and the Virgin Island singer Ross Attitude in their song Do Good. And this song comes from Tough Like Iron's latest release called Elemental, which is a 12-track album produced and released on Sam Diggy Music. And in this song, Tough Like Iron tells us to do good, be strong, and in any situation, be grateful. And right now, we're mighty grateful to have Tough Like Iron here on 91.9 FM KCSB Radio to reason about this album and much more. Greetings and love, Tough Like Iron.
Greetings, bless up by a Pon Rome.
Yes.
Yo, I love that title. Big up, Lady J.
Thank you. Give thanks. Now, Elemental is your sophomore album, and it's actually a fusion of reggae, roots, hip hop, and Afro beats. And when I'm listening to songs like Playlist and Now Play That and even Do Good, it's clear that your sound is truly diverse, and we love that. So talk about this album and the making of Elemental.
Elemental, as you mentioned, it's the sophomore album produced by my brother Sam Diggy. Sam Diggy is from Kingston, Jamaica, and recently moved to Oakland, California. So the album was mostly recorded in Oakland with a few tracks in other places, but he did all the mixing and everything is all done in Oakland. So it's actually a very Jamaica to California kind of project. So the influences are just diverse. I love roots music. I'm definitely into roots music fully, but I'm also into other kinds of music. I think like a lot of times when people do roots music, they only do that kind of music, which is cool. Everybody has their way of presenting their art and it's all good. But for me, I love roots music, but I also rap. I also speak Spanish. I also am into Afrobeats. So we wanted to kind of reflect that on this album and give people a little taste of the versatility. So I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I would say so. And I truly love Now Play That. And we're hearing that right now. I also love that you added a Now Play That Kiva Dub mix.
Right.
And so that to me is a special highlight.
Definitely. Big ups to Kiva, who is from Adios Babylon. And he does some great dub works. He's been a big influence on a lot of the whole live dubbing culture with people like Tippy I. Yeah, big ups to Kiva. He has a new project out now too. So if you like that Kiva dub mix on my album, you can check out more from him also.
We certainly will do that. And now, not only are you a singer, but I realize too that you're so multi-talented and that you initially made an imprint in the fashion design circuit. And the name Tough Like Iron also happens to be the name of your clothing fashion brand. Talk more about this creative passion.
Tough Like Iron clothing and accessories started in Brooklyn when I was 18. I did a lot of sewing, screen printing, crochet, a lot of handcrafted stuff that was very, unique. You couldn't really get those kind of stuff in normal stores. So in Brooklyn, there's a lot of festivals and, African Arts Festival, the BAM Dance Africa Festival. So I would present my stuff at these different events. And also we would do a lot of, just events for our little clients that we had, our client base, and we do little, private events for them, and people come and shop and eat food and good vibes. And, we're always promoting a kind of holistic and self-reliant approach. So the fashion was like the first expression of that. And the music is just kind of an extension of the whole creative energy, because I always feel like we're very capable of anything that we put our minds to. So if I decide that this is what I'm interested in and I want to pursue it, it's all done by human beings. It's all done by people with two eyes and two hands and a brain. Some people might definitely be gifted in certain areas, but I think if you apply yourself, you can generally achieve. So I've just been creating my energy and expressing it in different ways, including the fashion, the music, the videos, It's all a lot of creative output, and I'm just a creative person.
Well, we love that empowerment, and we certainly love multiple streams of income.
Definitely. Trying to work on that generational wealth so that the youths coming up don't have to struggle so much to do their art and their passions. Let them be free, like freedom, to where you can do what you want with your life and not be so enslaved by, just bills and responsibilities and running up and down to take care of all these things, and you barely even can take a breath. So we try to end that.
Facts.
Generational wealth and multiple streams of income is a must.
Yes. Now, last week we featured Firekin's newest song, My Love Sponge, on Nile Banks Music. And tonight we played your song, Tough Like Iron, on the Black Roots Rhythm, which is also produced by Nile Banks Music. Talk about this musical track, Tough Like Iron, which also bears the title of your stage name, and it bears the title of your fashion brand.
This song, Tough Like Iron, is like my theme song, So I've also known Firekin for years. We met in Jamaica as youths, and we've kind of grown as friends, and just it's been a journey to where I was still doing the fashion, and he would be somebody who would maybe wear some of my t-shirts, or, I would take some photos with him in the clothes. And so when I progressed making my own music, he was like, oh, we have to collaborate, and it was definitely a joy. I really love the track. It still stands up as like one of my favorite tracks, even though we did it a few years ago. Yeah, it was just a great link with Firekin and the whole Nile Banks to bring this project forward. It's one of my favorite songs, so that's Tough Like Iron on the Black Roots Rhythm. Good stuff.
Now, actually, I was reasoning with him last week, and he mentioned that he has a shoe line. And I said, okay, well, I'll take a look. And it's like an army fatigue sneaker, and I loved it immediately. And so anyway, I did support
beautiful
brands. Yeah, so big up. Now, I noticed that you're a sister who actually is always on the move from New York to the Caribbean to LA. And right now you're in the middle of your Cali Flex, whereas you performed at the weekly Poom Poom Tuesdays event in LA last week on July 20th. And now tonight on July 28th, you're also performing at the long-standing Dub Club in LA. Tell us how you feel returning to the stage amid a most unprecedented last year and a half, and tell us what the Dub Club attendees will expect from you tonight.
Well, it's definitely a joy and an honor to be able to connect with people again. We have been, as everyone knows, home and, off of the whole touring vibe has not been going on. So it's good to reconnect and see some of my LA people who I love so much. I love California. I love LA. I got my people up north in the Bay and Mendocino and, then I have more people over here. So it's always a joy. I love the energy here in LA, and everybody's so creative and artistic and talented. So that's my kind of people, you know. So big ups. You know, when you come through Dub Club, it's always a good vibe. Everyone's always there. You know what I mean? And it's always a good energy. I performed a while back there with RICA, and that was great because it was our first time performing together. We have this track that's called No Police. That's like talking out against police brutality. And so it was nice to perform that live at Dub Club. So people look forward. I'll be there again. You know, fine style, you know what I mean? We definitely are looking forward to passing through. So meet us at Dub Club for more toughness.
So will you be performing some songs from the Elemental album?
Definitely some songs from Elemental and a few new singles that we've had. And, you know, probably a classic, like a Tough Like Iron Pon Black Roots Rhythm.
We love that. Now, if one wanted to support the Tough Like Iron brand, whether it's the fashion or the music, where could they log on?
Well, the best place is really the website, which is toughlikeIron.org. The music is available, and also CDs. If people who still are into CDs, we have those. And we also have videos up there, and all the merchandise is there. So if you're looking to check out the clothing offerings, they are on the website. And you can also get music on the website and check out the videos and the latest stuff we have going on. Like we have some NFT projects that we've been releasing and some more NFT projects on the way. So I'm just encouraging everyone to tune into this new technology. It's really good for music and for the artists. So if you love your artists and you love supporting the artists that you love and you want to see them, you know, prosper and do great, then definitely get into learning about NFTs.
What are music NFTs?
NFTs are non-fungible tokens. It's a digital asset that is registered to a collector on the blockchain. So it is a permanent registration. It's called a smart contract. Say if Lady J wants to go onto my OpenSea account and check out the NFTs that are there, she can purchase one and hold it in her digital wallet. It's valued in cryptocurrency and it's considered a digital asset. So it can also be resold potentially at a higher price depending on, you know, the piece of art and its popularity and the person who created it. Things that people have done, such as The Weeknd, who he had released some NFTs that were sold for maybe about 300 and they sold out quickly. And then there's a resale value of maybe 600. So people who are into collecting art, collecting music, definitely tune into this space. It's much better for the artist because the artist can collect funds from the projects instantly, whereas going through iTunes and Spotify and the different major services, the artist is only actually receiving fractions of a penny usually. And that might work if you're maybe Drake or someone, but if you don't have billions of fans around the world streaming your music, then it doesn't really generate much revenue that way. So this is a new way that we can have a more intimate relationship between our audience and ourselves. And people have done some interesting stuff too, like offered NFTs that you're purchasing their album, but it also comes with a lifetime access to all of their shows. Like wherever they have a show in the world, you're on the guest list if you purchase the NFT. So it's just all about creating an exciting offering for the listeners and for the collectors, and supporting art that we love and just seeing it more as art and not just something that, you know, is just playing in the background here, playing in the background there, because music has kind of gotten over available and just kind of underappreciated, I think, as an art form, because other art forms, you can sell your painting for $10,000. You can buy food from the dollar menu, or you can buy $100, $1,000 steak or some strange fish that's only available in some weird, you know what I mean? So there's no cap in these other art forms, but for some reason, no matter how much you've spent or how much energy you've put in, or, you know, your music is for 99 cents. And then out of that 99 cents, you actually receive a very small portion of it. And I'm pretty sure that the people who love the music that, especially the kind of music that we do that's positive and motivating and inspiring and uplifting, I'm pretty sure the people who are listening to the music want the best for us artists. You know what I mean? I don't think they necessarily would be happy to see that out of that 99 cents, the artist barely receives anything. Because I think people are supporting because they love the art, they love the vibe, you know what I mean? And they actually want to support. But all of the different companies that are in the middle are actually taking the majority of the revenue from that. So this is a new way for us to just connect directly. I've done a release that featured artwork from Ross Terms. I don't know if you know Ross Terms.
Yes.
He's a graffiti artist. Yeah. So he's a big international graffiti artist. So the piece that we did together, it had an unreleased remix that's not available on iTunes or anything like that. And then it had a piece of artwork of the piece that he had done. You get a framed piece of artwork as well that you can keep and hang on your wall. So there's a physical component to it and a digital component. So the NFT owners have that in their digital wallet and it's registered to them. I'm going to keep working hard. So hopefully I will be able to make all of my collectors very happy one day when they can resell their tough NFTs.
Well, we give thanks that you are able to just share this innovative way that artists who are independent could continue to be self-reliant and have those like the fans support the music and support them utilizing NFTs. We give thanks for sharing that knowledge because like myself, if this information is out there and it's not shared, then we might as well be in the dark. So give thanks for that enlightenment.
You know, we're here to shine the light. I've also been doing a set of dub plates that I call bit plates, which is, you know, dub plates, but it's done for cryptocurrency and we can also register it to you as an NFT. So you can have your dub plate, you can have your song to play on your sound system, and you can also in your digital wallet say, here's my Tough Like Iron dub plate, bit plate, you know, that was done by Tough Like Iron. And it's some of the first things like this. So I anticipate the value of them in the long run being valuable as some of the first reggae content that was available in this space. So we've definitely been doing some innovation. It's very exciting. I'm hyped on the whole NFT world and all the projects we've had going on. We're doing a whole crypto-based EP. So there's going to be more songs with a lot of educational information that are also quite, you know, fun and exciting. But you're going to learn a little bit about crypto and trading. So just stay tuned for that as well.
Well, I'm happy that you're on the forefront of this, and I'm happy that you're sharing it with, you know, the KCSB listeners. And it's always a pleasure seeing such a stylish empress, you know, setting trends in music, even in fashion and NFTs and cryptocurrency. And, you know, I just want to say, give thanks for taking a brief moment just to speak with 91.9 FM KCSB Radio about everything tough. Again, give thanks.
Thank you for keeping that fire blazing, Pon Rome, for all of these years. It is not easy out here for a sistren to be doing what you're doing. Enough respect to you and all the queens who keep it blazing. We are here to represent for you all. And we're here to support you all and, you know, hopefully give you a little motivation to say, hey, I got these great ideas or I've got these great talents. I'm sharing them with the world. So we're giving out confidence, you know what I mean? Just step up because, yeah, the queens have it. The queens are amazing, you know? It's just great to show that you can be more than just a pretty face, more than just, you know what I mean, somebody with a nice ass or something. You have things to offer. You have, you know, talents and goals and ambitions. So big ups to Lady J and all of the queens doing their thing and all the real kings who love them and support them. We appreciate y'all kings same way, you know?
Yes, royalty. Again, give thanks.
You know, this is Tough Like a Iron and you're listening to Lady J right here on 91.9 FM KCSB Radio. Fire Pon Rome or Iron.
Real Rastafari, yeah. I know, yeah. Jah love is mine, and I know, hey, Rastafari divine, yeah. 'Cause I know, yeah, Jah love is mine, and I know, yeah, Rastafari divine, yeah. We're come to do everything this time. You're and with your overcome me, me not study crime. My button them in that place, I Rastafari them so fine. We come fi trod it up a mountain, big so real. Hail King Selassie, I love vibes that I feel. My button them out, how we the bloods when them steal. I hail King Selassie in a mountain field. But me tell you this, King Selassie, I powers them enlighten. Babylon them fi go get frightened. Can't stop me, we got the powers. Hail King Selassie, I the blessed rain showers. I know, oh, yeah, yeah, your love is mine, yeah. Cause I know, yeah, Rasta pure and divine, okay. I know, oh, yeah, that your love is mine, yeah. Cause I know, hey, Rasta pure and divine, yes. Yeah, me know, real Rastafari, yes, I know, oh, yeah, Lady J love is mine. And I know, yeah, she's so pure and divine, yeah. You listen to KCSB Radio 91.9 FM with Lady J. Fire Pon Rome. Shepherd said that.
Yes, Shepherd has our attention as he sings Jah Love Is Mine on the Attention Rhythm, which is his new song from DJ Skimmo of Broadway Digital out of France and Shepherd Productions out of St. Lucia. And when Jah Love Is Mine, then you know you have a crown on your head. Here's Sizzla's brand new single, Crown on Your Head, from his forthcoming album, On a High, from Kalanji Music Production.
But every day you step up in a life and keep the crown on your head. Some of them know how to see you strive. None of them are rich to see you dead. But every day you step up in a life and keep the crown on your head. I look alive with a different perspective. Pay attention, too much be neglected. Gotta give respect if you wanna be respected. How to trust the system is so defective. Criminal terror, human horror. Destruction, the road to Zion is an arrow. Cops on your trail, governments on your tail. Do the right thing because you're not here to fail. Believe in yourself, you can be the best. And reach for the top, nothing less. People will say that a bad things about you. Obstacles in your way.
This is a Kalonji bless them, you know. Yes, this is a Kalonji bless them, you know. Well, that's righteousness of salvation, you know. KCSB, you know, 91.9 FM, you know, with Lady J, you know, Santa Barbara, you know. Yes, Mongana, you have a chance to relax because I don't know, so Selassie is the Almighty. Yeah, Holy Emmanuel, I, Selassie, I, Jah Rastafari. Blessed love, we do give thanks.
Yes, keep your crown on your head. This is brand new from Sizzla on his On a High album set to release on August 6, 2021. Now, the new 254 Jenna rhythm just released on Gitamani Records. And first up is one of my favorite singers and DJs from St. Catherine, Jamaica, who is never empty of lyrics. Not only that, but Luton Fire never seeks revenge on traitors. Here's his new song, Traitor.
Sure. Me brother give the money, the fire make sense. Sure. Me try me best, no keep friend or foe. And me now sleep on another month. Some of them revenge so like karate show. Them a carry belly for ya, you don't know. That's why me fully shot before me touch road. Them we push her down a dirty left for the feet and crow. Them know me now left for me head back a road. Cause some of them a walk with a two-headed sword. Watch out, them a pose for your dollar. No for them a traitor, whoa, yeah. Give them a piece of food for swallow. Them sell you out later. Can't rent no room up there in my head. Cause with them a buy me now sell. Can't set no table, they feed this and natty jade. Cause with them a buy me now sell. Don't make them trick you, them a style in gel. No one see you rise up over upon them. So with them a buy me don't sell. With them a buy me don't sell. Them want see me failure now. Them setting up clouds so me jail can't get me out now. Give me room, make me burn them out. Them want fi go fi long gun, deceiver. Give them all them still a take some fi the thief. Opportunist straight for your bun, me no sorry fi. None of them pain ya now. Me no listen to talky long tongue. Watch out them a pose for your dollar. No for them a traitor, whoa, yeah. Give them a...
Yes, big up the big man Luton Fire on the new 254 Jenna Jenna rhythm with his song Traitor. And just like Luton Fire, Ross Frazier Jr. don't keep bad company. Instead, he's on a money flex. Here's Ross Frazier Jr.
Me coulda be like them, but me tell myself say me not true like friend. No keep company, keep to myself. See not a problem, no mix with them. Work hard for me things, money me a defend. Have to take care of me children, them. Anytime you see me a step, you know a money step. Ching-ching-ching, come in, dirty money and money a come in. Everybody live up in a the place. No bad mind or corruption can intervene. We no run them, they joke and we best. Some money I make my friend them good. Anything them want, tell them, say that's good. So poverty, me nah left out, me charge them. Me real parry them. From you see me on the grind, well you know where me a pray. Money pa my mind, cause my mission a fi free. Have a money plan, me take it out of me dream. Turn it in a reality just to make the cream. Go fi my own pocket, a fi full of green. Inna me yard, me plant a money tree. Shake tree sometime, get money free. Money fast, money slow. That man I tell them, money fi no.
Yes, money a come in for Ross Frazier Jr. as he rides the new 254 Jenna Jenna rhythm with his track Money Flex. And because this rhythm is newly released by Giddimani Records, it would not be complete without Perfect Giddimani riding the 254 Jenna Jenna rhythm. Here's Perfect Giddimani paying respect to his friends. Goodbye, Jenna Jenna.
John was star. Lose our next friend again.
Suit shine black boot and tie. Goodbye to the real Jenna Jenna them. Pour a drink for me friend again. Goodbye to the true Jenna Jenna them. Another G in a heaven. I want a big fat spliff and a chill with the angel them. Champagne rain bless upon the real, me no fake friend. Money can't buy life, people. How it feel when a loved one leave you. Gone out of the world and never to return. That stick like needle. I water full up a jump and oh God, look from how far we are come from. Goodbye to the real Jenna Jenna them. Pour a drink for me friend again. Goodbye to the true Jenna Jenna them. Another G in a heaven.
Yes, big up Perfect Giddimani and Giddimani Records. 254 Jenna Jenna Rhythm just released last Friday. And you heard Luton Fire, you heard Ross Frazier Jr., and of course you heard Perfect Giddimani. And as usual, Fire Pon Rome brings you the brand new music each and every week. So give thanks for tuning in to 91.9 FM KCSB Radio. Make sure you join us again next week as we do it again. And make sure you check out Tough Like Iron live at the Dub Club tonight in Los Angeles. I am Lady J, www.kcsb.org.